Okay, guys, so now we're gonna start working on the waffle structure. Okay, so again, let's perspective again, new layer, waffle structure, and then yeah. So this one I'm gonna make it cyan. Okay, so guys, the waffle structure should be maximum uh 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches by 1 inch. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna create a rectangle, and then I'm gonna type, well, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna do a rectangle, click or select the first corner, just click anywhere, and then type 4, enter, 4, enter. So this is the maximum dimensions, okay? These are the maximum dimensions. So once you guys have the rectangle, we're gonna go, I'm sorry, let me make sure I'm working on the right layer. So waffle structure, again, I'm gonna move it to my waffle structure. There we go. So that's what we want. So now guys, um I'm gonna go ahead, and once you guys have the rectangle, you guys are gonna do planar surface because we want a plane, and then we can go ahead and delete the curve. Okay, so now once we have that, we're gonna go to any of my front or right views. In this case, I'm gonna do my front view, and then I'm gonna copy it, copy, just click anywhere, and then type 1, and then enter. There you go. So that's what you guys want. So this is a 1 inch, is a point, it's a 4.5 inch by 4.5 inch by 1 inch height. And then we can verify that by typing distance and just measuring that. That's 1 inch. Okay, so this is gonna be the base of your waffle structure, guys. But here's the thing. Let's make this a little bit more um, dynamic. Okay, so it's not just a box. So if we go ahead and select the top layer, I mean um, the top plane, and then type solid points on, it's gonna give you only these 4 points. So what can we do with these points? We can go ahead and move them, right? And then it's gonna start warping and deforming the plane. But let's make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so instead of just having 4 control points, this, I'm gonna go ahead and edit it to add more control points, so we have more control over the surface. So I'm gonna select the surface, I'm gonna type rebuild, so rebuild, and now I don't want that many, let's do maybe 4, just 4 and 4, and then preview. mm, let's do 2, and then preview, just hit OK. Solid points on. I'm sorry, no. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Again, we selected rebuild, and then let's do 4 and 4. Okay, and then we just hit OK. So now, if we select it and type solid points on, mm, or points on, yeah, I'm sorry, not solid points on, but points on. I'm sorry, guys. So if we type again, let me redo it. I'm so sorry, guys. So we get it right. So select the surface, rebuild, well, points on, then it's gonna give you this 4 points, but we want more. So select the surface, rebuild, enter, Then let's do three instead. Three and three, and then okay. Now we go ahead and select the surface again, point on, and then mm, let's do 4 on 4. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just uh, so rebuild. Then we're gonna do 4 and 4. Then okay. Now points on. Now it's gonna give you more points to work with. Okay, so what we can do is we can start playing around with these points. So what if I take this one and then move it down, and then maybe this one as well, right? That one, that one, maybe this one as well. Mm, then what if I do, hmm, if I move this one down below? So let's say that I want my surface to be like that, right? So let's say that I'm good with this. So now what I have to do is I'm gonna connect these two guys to create a solid. So I'm gonna select these two surfaces and then duplicate edge, or instead select both of them and then duplicate border, and then it's gonna give you those. Do not unselect anything. We just type locked and then enter, and there we go. So now we can go ahead and delete these lines, these curves. We don't need them. And then what can we do now? So these are three different segments, three different elements. So we want them to be just one thing, one solid piece. I'm gonna select everything and then I'm gonna type solid. I'm sorry, solid, join. So I'm gonna type join. And now this is gonna create one solid piece. That's what we want. Okay. So now, before we do anything else to this guy, uh there's something else that I need to do. I'm gonna create a new layer, and this is gonna be my mass cube. So before we do anything, guys, we need to create a massing model of this thing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is mine, it's super simple because it's a cube, but I know some of you guys are some things protruding out, extending out some of these elements. So everyone is gonna have a different outcome, but in my case it's very simple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do surface from 3 or 4 corners. So I'm gonna click right here, first corner, first corner, third one, and then the fourth one. Then I'm gonna repeat the process with all my faces. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat the process with all my faces. I'm gonna repeat, like I said, so yeah, repeat this process with all your faces. So when I turn this on, guys, when I turn this off, it's just one cue. This is what I want. This is what you guys want. This is okay. Let me go ahead and turn it on, cause okay. So I'm gonna need to redo this guy, and then redo this guy. Please, guys, make sure you guys pick the corners. Okay, you guys don't wanna have these little problems. Okay, so make sure you guys pick the correct corners. So now if I turn this off, I just have this cube, right? But not just, again, so just different segments, different surfaces. So again, I'm gonna select everything and then join it, join. And now now that I join it, it's just one class polysurface. It's just one solid. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, is I'm just gonna scale it up a little bit. Uh, because, well, I'm gonna show you why. So I'm gonna scale it up. So scale, and then I'm gonna do 1.125. No, I'm sorry. So it's 3 inches. So I'm gonna do 3.125. So I'm just gonna scale it up an eighth of an inch. Okay. So that's what I want. So remember the cube, it's 3 inches. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it again. So select it, scale. Remember the cube, the base of the cube is 3 inches. So it's gonna ask you to select the base point. Now we're gonna select the opposite corner, and then it's 3 inches, and I want to scale it up 1/8. So at the end, it's gonna be 3.125, and then enter. Okay, so this is what you guys want. So now what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and center this guy on the surface um on this surface that I just created, right? So I'm just gonna center it, something like that, right? And then it's all the way on the bottom. I don't want it to be all the way on the bottom, so I'm just gonna move it up like this. So we have this space right here. So this is kind of what you guys want, okay? So now what I'm gonna do, guys, is this cube represents, of course, your project, and this represents the waffle structure that you guys will be doing. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I want to I'm gonna do something called Boolean difference. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna take this guy and then it's gonna subtract this guy from it. So Boolean difference, enter, select the surfaces and polysurfaces to subtract from. So this is gonna subtract from this guy, enter, and then I'm gonna select my cube and then enter. And now if you guys notice, we're gonna see this, which is where my actual cube is gonna sit on. Okay, so I'm gonna group this guy. So group it, and now I'm gonna make a copy, right? And then this guy is gonna sit right there. Okay, so that's the idea. So I'm gonna delete it. So now the next step is the mask cube. We don't need this layer anymore, so we can delete it. It was just to create the masking of your project, of your cube. So delete it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do something called contour. So contour. Then I want my contour lines. I'm sorry, waffle structure. This should be it. Okay, we should be working on that. So now contour base point, now to the opposite one, and then distance between contours. Remember, this is so base and then to the opposite one. Remember, right now the distance between the contours is 1 inch, but remember this is 4.5 inches. So let's do 0.25 inches. Then it's gonna give you those contour lines. I believe that's good, guys. Yeah, we can work with that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, point 25. I think it's a good, it's a good distance. So I'm gonna go ahead and select um my solid piece, and then I'm gonna hide it. So type hide, and now I'm gonna get rid of this guy. I don't want this, and I'm gonna get rid of this guy right here. So we're gonna get rid of the first one and the last one. Okay, we don't want those. So we don't want either the first one or the last one. Now I'm gonna go ahead and select all of them and then extrude. It doesn't matter which way you guys do it. I'm just gonna do it to my right, and then I'm gonna do 1.25. No, let's do a 16th of an inch. Or let's do point 1. Think that's good. Mm, no, let's do another. So select everything and then extrude, and then let's do 0.08. I think that's good. Now we go back. We want the solid piece back on. So we're gonna type show, and now we're gonna do the same thing. So select the solid, and then contour again, contour. Now we want this guy, and then the opposite one. We're gonna leave it as 0.25, which is a quarter of an inch. Enter. There we go. Again, we hide the solid. Now we don't want the last one or the first one. And then we select all of this and then extrude. It's 0.08, enter. And there we go. There you guys have your waffle structure. That's what you guys want. Okay. So this is what you guys are gonna 3D print. We don't want any of those curves. So what we can do is we can go ahead and type selection filter, show, and now it's showing right here. So I'm gonna unselect surfaces and polysurfaces. So I'm gonna make a window selection, and then it's gonna select only the lines. There we go. Now what we can do is again type show the solid, and this one we can delete it. Okay, and this is what you guys want. This is what you guys are gonna 3D print. This is your waffle structure. This is the base for your this is the base for your tube. Okay, so if we move it, it's gonna be something like that. Okay, this is what you guys want. um so in the next video, I'm gonna delete this. In the next video, I'm gonna show you how to create um the laser cut files, right? And then also the files for 3D printing.